We're entering the Public Services Department dump truck storage room. In this room we store 4 dump trucks, 2 loaders, a skid steer loader, a welder, and an air compressor. The building itself is deteriorating. You can see from the pictures that the lighting in here is quite poor. At some point in time, the panels on the outside of the building were painted over and don't allow natural light in. The ceiling is it leaks, and ceiling tiles have fallen. The fluorescent lighting is not sufficient. We do heat this building in the wintertime, try to maintain between 50 and 60 degrees. It is very inefficient to try and heat. There is no fire protection for this building. There is no sprinkler. This is the back portion of that same building. This portion is not heated. You can see that the roof does leak and the ceiling tiles are pretty much all gone. The fluorescent lighting in this portion of the building has been completely disconnected due to the roof leaks. We store our backhoe in this portion of the building. The boom on the backhoe is tall enough that we have to drag the bucket in and out of the building because the door openings are not tall enough to allow us to pick the boom up and drive out. Again, you can look at the ceiling tiles. They're virtually not there, and it's all due to the roof leaks. Below the door you can see that it doesn't seal to the ground and the animals are able to get in and out through there. The water is evidence that the roof definitely leaks. As you can see, the building has a dirt floor which is not equipped with an acceptable drainage system. The building shows signs of wear and tear. Again, they're between 40 and 50 years old. They have deteriorated. There are holes due to the deterioration as well as wear and tear. This is our 4x4 storage room. We store 4x4 trucks in here, as well as tools, equipment, materials, parts and pieces for our lift stations. This is our back lot storage. You can see the dump trucks and tractors, pickup trucks that we just don't have room to store those vehicles inside. This is the back of the Quonset building. You can see the building envelope is just deteriorated to the point that there's not much we can do with it at this point. This is our loading dock. We store our castings out here. These castings don't necessarily need to be stored inside, but it would be nice if they were under roof. You can imagine what it's like to try and find these after a heavy snowfall. We waste a lot of valuable time trying to find the parts and pieces we need in the wintertime. This is the Quonset hut that the electric department uses. Again, you can see the deterioration of the building from the outside. Again, transformer storage is outside, not necessarily easy to find what you need in the wintertime. Inside of the same building, electric department storage, materials for power poles, things along those lines. Again, these buildings are roughly the same age, between 40 and 50 years of age. This is the wire storage for the electric department. It doesn't necessarily damage the wire to be stored outside. However, it does. The weather takes its toll on the reels, and the reels deteriorate to the point that they won't support the wire. For the electric department to send one of these reels back to the manufacturer and have it rewound on a new reel is extremely expensive, roughly $6,000 to have the wire rewound onto a new spool. This is our mechanics garage. You can see from the pictures that the building itself doesn't look bad. However, we do have equipment that is sizable enough that it will not fit inside this building. We have a very small area where we can do welding and fabricating. Not sufficient for the work that we need to do in today's world. You need storage facilities for lubricants and that sort of thing. We don't have containment for that material at this point in time.